Right, we're gonna test this thing out and see what we're working with here, yeah? Because I've not done this Telegram business before. Sorry, this TikTok thing before, but I'm gonna make use of it, yeah? So let's see how this thing works on TikTok. What am I working with here? Welcome to TikTok Live. Have fun interacting with your viewers in real time. Host must be 18 and older to go live. Viewers to create. Okay, so it's pretty much just the same as all the other ones. Really, same difference, yeah. Where's my toolkit? My toolkit out. What's that? Super Sunday. The hell is all that stuff there? Anyway. Yo, and my hair's looking a bit rough, you know, so I'm gonna fling on my things because me sitting here twisting my hair is just making man look all not the part in it. So let's see what goes on. This TikTok live. Wagwan TikTok. Yeah, I want to talk about Anunnakis, alternative history. I want to talk about conspiracy realism. I want to talk about book writing, the New World Order, reptilians, flat Earth, Antarctica, all of that. I feel like as humanity, we're being backed into a position where don't nobody know much about much no more. It's like nobody's not talking about the things that need to be spoken about. So right now online they're trying to control the narrative on every topic under the sun, and that's what the censoring's about. And so they're trying to distract us from that part of what's going on right now. Everybody's looking at aliens and conspiracies and stuff, but not much people are paying attention to the war's really on us as humans. The war's on us as humans to take responsibility for our planet Earth and not sit here and wait for spooks and spirits to come and save us. Nobody can't save us from us, you know. So I thought, let me try out this shit here because we're on the warpath again, you know. Shout out to Melinda, Veggie Lover. We on the warpath right now. So I'm bringing the weapons out. And for those that don't know, I'm a writer, yeah. I got 4 of my books here. I don't know how much of you lot like books. I know we're in a world now where don't nobody like books no more. People only like media, social media and stuff. And there's a lot of options for everyone. But I'm here to speak about the stuff that I put in my books. I'm going to roll up my spinach and I'm going to talk about the lives that I'm about to do on TikTok, what they will involve. Yo, you guys, yes, Prima, you guys introduce yourselves, man. Let me know what you want me to talk about. Let me know if there's any questions that you want addressing. And I'll see if I can help you from my library, because I sit on a wealth of information that's been gifted to me to share with the rest of the world. And the fact that all of the big social media companies are deleting my pages. We got TikTok's deleted 3 of my pages before. I've not even been using TikTok for a year. But they don't want stuff like this out. They don't want that out. You understand? They don't want stuff like coronation out. That's telling you about this Wuhan 400. We put this out even before the shot came out. You know what I'm saying? They don't want us to talk about stuff like treasures in the sand. When we was trying to tell people, yo, the Egyptians were black people, are black people, we're still here. Yeah, it's not a racist thing. It's just the facts. If we want to really know the true history of the earth, we got to get away from all of this racism shit. and all of this emotional bullshit, because really, we're all we've got. All of us down here, rock bottom, we're all we've got. So if we want to really figure this shit out, we got to be willing to challenge all of our own paradigms, man. And we got to be willing to be humble enough to sit down and listen to people who actually have put the research and work in. I've been talking about these subjects and researching them for 25 years. You understand? So I speak what I know and I know what I speak. But like what I said, we put out Coronation and social media went crazy on this. Veggie Lover, Melinda, y'all go and follow her account too. She can vouch. She's got all of my books. Yeah, she can vouch and tell you, yo, they shut us down. You understand? They shut us down. They don't want us to put this message out and give people a chance to really see what's going on. They don't. They'll shut us down. They don't even want me to have any kind of a following. Yeah. So while we are here, I don't know when they're going to shut this page down. For while this page is up, I'm going to utilize it. Because somebody gave me the heads up and said, yo, you should go live. And I only made this account 2-3 days ago. And I thought, I'm sorry, I only started using this account again 2-3 days ago. Because I went ghost for about a month after they delete my last page. This weren't my main page. This page was supposed to be dead. So the other page that I had building up was doing well. They wiped it, and they wiped it the day after YouTube. YouTube froze it. We had 500 live videos on the YouTube. They froze that account. I've only just made a new YouTube now. So you guys will see it's not got no videos or nothing on there. But they did it on Instagram, where they put us on that 30 days, 90 days restrictions, where your traffic just stops. Yeah, so over that space of a month, 400 followers disappeared from there. I see them as agents, because we're not looking followers anyway. While we're here, we're just here to get a message out. And why they're scared of somebody like me is because I don't have to come on camera and speak about stuff. Yeah, I've been writing since 2018 from my own publishing company, and the pen is mightier than the sword. So what I'm doing is bigger than me. Yeah, I might not even get no recognition for what I'm doing until I'm gone. That's how stupid humanity is. They probably won't even catch this shit till the next generation read it and think, bastard, this guy was ahead of his time. Because where humanity's at now, everybody's got this, everybody's got these blinkers on. We got first, Treasures in the Sun. I wrote this in 2018, yeah? And this Treasures in the Sun, this is about alternative history. How everything they told us about the origin of man, the birth of civilization, the cradle of civilization, race, all that type of stuff is wrong. And the reason why is because when they found out the truth, black people were still in dehumanism, chattel slavery. So because we were still in slavery, they couldn't tell the world the truth about Egypt and Sumeria and the Olmecs and shit. They had to bury that. So they came up with all these Egyptologies and all these standard chronology timeline and all types of shit. So this is the book for that. This is on Amazon UK, the first edition, which is 268 pages. As I said, 2018, we released this. Then we turned it into the Dark Winter edition. I made it better. So it's a bigger book. So this one here, this version is not on Amazon. Yeah, this version, I sent it direct. I've been sending this direct to all kind of people from Hawaii to Australia, to shout out to Melinda in LA. All over the shop, Jamaica, right here in England, yeah. Then I put this out, Coronation. This was the second book in the Light of the Sun series. This was talking about, obviously, the virus, the plague, the pestilence, yeah. And from the moment I put this out, which was Friday the 13th of November, 2020, yeah. And we put it out on Friday the 13th deliberately, like to make it like a Jason thing, yeah. We put it out and Facebook shut us down, Instagram shut us down. That's when the trouble started online, when I released this book. When I only had Treasures in the Sun out, we never had no shadow banning, we never had no restrictions or nothing. And y'all know, as soon as that lockdown happened, that's when fact checkers came out. Yeah, fact checkers came out, and all of a sudden, fact checkers say this, fact checkers say that, fact check, and they just started shutting people down with the cancelling, the censoring. This book, these two books, Coronation, because that's part one, before the vax, and this was after, part two, called COVID 1984. Y'all ever read 1984, George Orwell? I call part two COVID 1984. And these are heavy hitting, and it's not just about COVID, it's also about how that ties into the whole end of the world with the book of Revelation and the mark of the beast and the Antichrist, all that type of shit, Days of Revelation type shit. Yeah, there's one book I don't have here, which is, yeah, I'll put the link in the comments, yeah. There's one book I ain't got here, what's called What Side of History, which is kind of like a Treasures in the Sand, but it's more about the supernatural origins of man. You know, how the Anunnaki came and seeded the planet with humans and all that type stuff. Yeah, and I've got a new book coming out. It should be out in the next week or so. It's my first novel. You've probably seen it in a couple of the videos at the end. You know, I like to put pictures on the end of my videos and stuff. You'll probably see the cover, the book cover artwork, Sight Beyond Sight, my first novel. It took me a whole year. It was harder to write than all these books put together. Book writing is easy for me. Novel writing, that's like pulling my hair out. I literally have to pull my hair out to write these novels. So I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, but yeah, I'll put the link in the comments, or if you don't see it, message me and I'll direct you to Escape from the Chicken Farm. That's coming. That's because that was one. I had a live build on YouTube on our Scribe Tribe page talking about how this known world is just a chicken farm. It's surrounded by a giant ice wall, and we've been told that this is the whole world, and it's not a globe. You understand? Ain't nobody never seen no curve underneath their feet or no curve in the sky. The shit is flat, and there's numerous evidence around for you to see that. Hold on, this is flat. It's not even a globe. So because they deleted my YouTube page, I've decided to turn that into a book. And I'm going to call it just like it was called on the YouTube, which is Escape from the Chicken Farm. Actually, you can still see 2 episodes because there was 3 parts to it. There's still 2 episodes on my Rumble channel. The Rumble channel is Memnon 9. If you go on the Rumble channel, there's still a few presentations, live presentations up about the flat earth stuff, Escape from the Chicken Farm, and various other stuff. You might want to go and have a look at that page. It's Rumble Memnon 9, yeah. And then over the next couple months, I'm going to build up my new YouTube, which is TZT Book Mafia. But yeah, and also we had a live 3-hour-long live presentation with pictures about the true history of the British royal family and the black nobility of Europe. And this was before the Queen died, so you can imagine the type of that it was making its circulation around the net, man, influencing various people. I even had Rod Hayes and them shout me up for that live presentation there. The true history of the British royal family, Saxe-Coburg Gotha, yeah, the House of Hanover, the Stuart bloodline, the Elizabeths, John Dee and Edward Kelly. We went the fuck in, yeah. And then the Queen went and fucking died, and we was already talking about Charles. They just wiped the page off, the YouTube page. I went sleep one night and I woke up and the page was gone. And I'm not saying that like I had loads of followers. The page was being heavily censored, but it didn't matter. It was still, it was like the Library of Alexandria. Any topic, we had the true breakdown of the Anunnaki and how it's just a title, and how you have various different types of alien races that can be called Anunnaki, from white to black to all type of one. Rizkians, Aldebarans, Pleiadians, Arcturians, Andromedans. We spoke about that. We spoke about the reptilians unveiled, how there's over 600 different species of reptilians. That was a 2-hour live build. We spoke about so much stuff on that channel. But what I'm going to do, because the way I do builds, I put bullet points down, notes, and then bang it into my brain. More time I have the notes with me. So it's easy for me to transcribe that live into a book. So I was like, yo, fuck it. Them 3 there, I'm going to transcribe them into books and finish my series. But I'm going to start doing some of them on here. So tonight I thought, let me just come and try this shit out. I've never been live on TikTok. Like I said to you guys, TikTok has been shutting me down more harshly than any other one of these platforms. Every fucking day it was like, yo, you've got another strike for this. This is videos that's already on TikTok. You understand? I feel like they was just... Y'all know about Event 201, yeah? You guys must know about Event 201 that happened just before the lockdown. It's in my book, Coronation. We explained it in vivid detail and what it really meant. because a lot of people are sleeping on that part of the story. Yeah, Event 201. Research it for yourself if you must. Yeah, but we dissected it in our book. Yeah, Event 201, how it was a simulation of what if we was hit with a pestilence. Let me use the word pestilence because I know this AI look for certain words, and I don't want to keep saying the word that will just make the AI come and censor the shit. So the pestilence, yeah. I said, yo, there's just so much going on. Event 201, it involved Facebook and all your social media giants, the fucking TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram, YouTube, Google, all of these different social media big tech apps. It involved all of the phone companies like Nokia and bloody, yeah, all the different phone companies, Apple, Samsung, Sony, yeah, the politics, military, NASA, everything all together. And they're saying, yo, let's say a plague came and started attacking humanity. Let's run a simulation. What would happen? How would we do this? And one of the points was, how would we control us, like social media? They're like, yo, people on social media is not going to fall for that shit there. You're going to have people like Djedefre who's going to speak out. We're going to speak out about the shit like, nah, this ain't right. Yeah, how are we going to handle that? Oh, you know what? Shadow banning. We're going to bring in this thing called fact checkers, and nobody checks the fact checkers. But anyway, we're just going to tell people that's wrong. Yeah, even if I'm speaking about Africa, I'm a fucking black man. If I say something about Africa, how can a robot tell me, you know what, fact checkers said? That's not really right. I thought, yo, this is some bullshit. Yeah, but all of that stuff came out to stop the truth, because we also spoke about, like I said, it's not just about the pestilence and the snake juice. This is also about the prophecies. Like if you turn to Genesis 15:13, it says, yo, you're going to be slaves oppressed for 400 years in the oppressor's country, and blah, blah, blah. People don't know how to read the Bible. They too much into this dogma, religious fiction shit, this preacher man bullshit. But if you read these texts for yourself, like the Bible, especially from the Aramaic Hebrew, the correct translations, not these mistranslations in Latin, Vulgate and Septuagint and all these fucking... The Bible never came in no Greek or no Latin. You have to go to the original language that it came in to crack this shit, because this language, English, that we're speaking, it's a spell. That's why they say spell the word, because it's a spell. So you have to get away from the language. That's why John 1:1 says, yo, in the beginning was the word. If in the beginning was the word, you have to go back into linguistics and shit, Semitic languages, and understand how they work. How can you be arguing with someone over the Bible and your ass can't even speak no fucking Amharic or even understand it, or Hebrew? You don't even know if you're reading the Bible. That's what somebody told you the Bible was, because you're reading it in English. We don't get stuff like this, or the Quran. Most Muslims don't speak Arabic as a first language. 2% of them speak Arabic as a first language. 90% of the Muslim world is illiterate, especially where women is concerned. You understand? But people want to argue about this shit, and we're all locked in English in a cursive spell, a spell language. So you're going to curse and put spells on yourself. Like simply, if I tell myself I can do it, then more time I'm going to do it. If I tell myself I can't do it, then it's more likely I'm not going to be able to do it, because I'm putting a spell on myself. It's a cursive language. Even when you go to court and they show you the extremities of it with the legalese and shit, and semantics and etymology and phonetics and all of that shit, all of that plays a part. It's a cursive, it's a spell language. You understand? So like, yo, I'm saying, man, I think I'm too much for online, and that's why they just don't want me to get no traction. They want you to go and listen to Russell Brand and other people who they endorse them people. As soon as you go online, you're going to see that shit come up. Yo, new video from Russell Brand. And he's just mocking the thing. You understand? They want you to look at them guys. Or if it's a black guy, they want this black guy to be talking about guns, women, fucking throwing money. They don't even know who they are or what there's no sense to them. There's no space for people like me in this new digital 5G metaverse world. They don't want men with an opinion, especially if it's a dark-skinned man. Like Andrew Tate's enough. Andrew Tate's enough. Well, at least he ain't a black guy, fully black. Yeah, they can't deal with this kind of complexion, speaking in this kind of way, because they get intimidated about the shit. they have to get intimidated about it. Say, yo, censor him. Yeah? Because he knows too much and he's a writer. So he'll kill 1,000 lies with his pen. So we don't need to be pushing his shit. Do you know how much time, even was it today or yesterday? One of these days, yesterday or today, Instagram sent me a message. Check this out. They said, listen, we can't show your stuff to no one. Yeah? That's not already your friends. Do you want to find out why? And it says that content review thing. They want me to go and look up my content because they've sent me a message saying, yo, we're not sending your shit to no one. People have come to me on Instagram and said, yo, I can't even find your account. When I type in TZT, nothing comes. I have to type in the whole fucking word, TZT Book Mafia. Try it out. And then on Instagram, it will flash you and say, yo, are you sure you really want to follow this guy? This guy's been reported to be telling loads of lies. How can I have these books still selling now if I'm telling lies? These books came out, these two, before the vaccine. Yeah? Well, this one, sorry, before the vax. So if I was lying, I couldn't be showing this shit or showing my face in public no more. People would be like, bastard, your shit that you said was going to happen, none of that shit happened. So obviously, yo, most of what I said happened in there. I'll say most because I said Trump was going to win again. We all know what happened there. Yeah. But we know as well that he's looking to run again. So maybe I was right after all. That's the only thing that was off in there, where I said that I believe Trump's going to have a second term and he's the trumpet president. I still believe that. But it didn't happen exactly how I said. And that's why I came with part 2. Because obviously now we've seen what happened when they rolled that thing out. They said, oh, it's just till the rollout. We're locking everyone up. It's just till the rollout. And I don't know what you guys know about Leicester, but I'm from Leicester, UK. And we was the last place in the world to open up. Everyone was having parties and shit. Yo, the world's open again. And in Leicester, they was like, whoa, that shit's still so bad in Leicester that the whole of England, because we was the last to open up and shit, the whole of England can open up except Leicester. We was still shut down. In fact, we ain't never been open back up. And I was making jokes like, bastard, I'm on the front line. I feel like I got a right to write about this shit. Yeah, because everybody else is back in the norm. The norm. Yeah, the norm. Everybody, oh, I can't wait to get back to the norm. Did that norm ever come? Is this normal right now? All these UFOs and shit, man. All the Pentagon, yo, we have UFOs after all. After 70 years of saying, yo, people like Djedefre are off their rocker. He's a madman. Don't listen to him. We're going to censor him. They're delusional. They're crazy. After a whole 70 years, yeah, since the 1940s and shit, man, 1943 with Roswell and shit. Since then, they've been hiding this shit. Now, they're telling you, yo, this shit's for real. You know? It's for real. We've got UFOs. We've always had them. We've met little green men. Basically, they're telling you the whole shit. Now, they control the narrative. They've even changed the name and told you it's not UFOs, it's UAPs. The hell? UAPs. All our life, it's UFOs. Now, all of a sudden, yeah, UAPs. Unidentified aerial phenomena. The hell are you talking about? So, yeah, guys, I got a lot to say, man. I had 500 videos on my last YouTube before they deleted it, and that was 4 years of work, man. And we weren't a big platform. We was being censored, shadow banned. But for the people that was using the platform, I had somebody tell me today, yo, I directed people to that channel and it was just gone. People feel like their heart's broken. For us, it was like a library at Alexandria. And we come in with the the hardcore shit. Like, we've been talking about Anunnakis for years. Before people even know what the word was, man. Yeah. We've been talking about Anunnakis in like, imagine, 2002 and 2004. And people are like, you're crazy. And my family's like, yo, you're crazy. You're talking about aliens and the New World Order and Anunnakis. I'm 42 years old now. You understand what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted. I'm 42 years old now. I've been on this stuff. I got my holy tablets right here. I'm going to show you guys. Yeah. El's Holy Torah. This is straight from the Aramaic Hebrew. So we ain't speaking from no mistranslation, yeah? Here's the holy tablets, man. Come on. The holy tablets. Oh, come on. This is £1,500 British pounds online. Go and type in the Holy Tablets on eBay, and it will come up as 1,500 UK pounds, yeah? And then here I got E.A. Wallace Budge, the Book of the Dead, the greatest of them all. E.A. Wallace Budge, when it comes to the Mzungus, he the greatest. You understand? So what I'm coming with, they're scared of it online. They don't want me to come out here because there's a lot of people out here. They really just leading people chasing their tail. I'm not leading you nowhere. I want you to just scrutinize everything. I want you to scrutinize me and what I'm saying to you. Do you understand? I'm not out here trying to get a big following or trying to go viral. I couldn't be asked to go no viral. You understand? I'm a writer. I'm not even a content creator. I just feel like the time that we're in right now in the earth, it needs somebody to come out and spit the real shit. It don't matter who's spitting the real shit, as long as the real shit is being spat. That's all that matters. But no one's doing it. Everybody, from what I can see, is sensationalizing. And I believe what I've been given is a gift. That's why over time, if you join me on these lives, you'll come to know, fucking hell, this guy knows what he's talking about. Because I'm going to tell you, come with a pen and come with a notepad. And I'm going to give you references. I'm going to give you references from the Bible. I'm going to give you references from the Torah. I'm going to give you references from the Quran. That means I'm going to give you references in Aramaic, Hebrew and other Semitic languages, going straight back to cuneiform. I'm going to give you references in the different people who left great works for us, whether we agree with everything they say or not, like Zachariah Sitchin. All of them, David Icke, all of them. You understand what I'm saying? I'm going to direct people, go and look for this book. Or E.A. Wallace Budge, go and compare him to the rest of the Egyptologists and what he originally said about Egyptology and stuff. And I'm somebody who, I was born into Islam. So I understand Arabic, I understand Hebrew well enough to have a conversation. Do you understand? And I went through my own learning to understand how to unlock the Medunetta, our own black people language. So I don't have to just rely on what the preacher said in church or what this Arab Muslim said in some Islamic khutbah. You understand? Or what some Englishman said from the King James Bible. I always had my own mind to be able to go and seek the knowledge for myself. It's a Sagittarius trait anyway. And maybe that's how I came to be writing books and shit. Yeah? So yeah, that's what I'm going to be speaking about on the lives here. If anyone's got any questions or any topics that they want me to go into, feel free to fire away, yeah, while I'm on here, because I probably won't come back live till next weekend, because there's a big fight this weekend with Errol Spence, innit? I'm watching that shit. So yeah, but if you guys want to know anything about what's going on now, what my view is, I'm not going to sit here like I know everything. I'm saying I'll share my notes with you. So if you want to find out what my notes are on, you've probably seen the Jamie Foxx thing that I posted up already, yeah. Just drop it in the comments. What do you want to talk about, people? Let me know. You want to talk about Jamie Foxx some more? Yeah, like I said, I don't believe that video was a clone. I believe that was Jamie Foxx. I believe that the clones are out there, the ones that they keep seeing on the boat and in the car and giving the old lady a handbag and shit. I believe that's the clone. And Hollywood is fucking pushed him into the corner now. Like, listen, we own your image. You don't own the name Jamie Foxx. You named something else. We named you Jamie Foxx for Hollywood. That's a good name. Choose that name. They own that fucking name. They own that whole avatar. Yeah. They gave him that snake bite. Yeah. On the set, that movie set. Yeah. And made him sick. And so I feel like he's desperately had to come out. And he's sick. Yeah. But he's left it too late. Because people have already seen, oh, Jamie Foxx was spotted here in this car. And the nigga looked brown like normal. He don't look no different complexion. And he had a freshly shaved head. Freshly shaved up and shit. So the Jamie Foxx we seen in that video, he shouldn't have all of that hair and all of that, how he looked. You understand what I'm saying? People are, oh, he's a clone. Nah, to me, that's Jamie Foxx, man. And the clones, Hollywood got them out there telling him, yo, we own your shit. So either you're going to die, yeah? If you don't sign, we leave you to die like that. You're sick, mate. Yeah, if you come and sign with us, sign back your soul with us, yeah, we'll fix you up. Don't worry about that little sickness or whatever. We'll get you back up to scratch. We'll dash your consciousness in another avatar if we have to. Yeah, this is how deep this Hollywood shit get. And when we was telling people these shits, that's why I write about history, man. I wasn't even sharing this type of knowledge about human cloning and You know what I'm saying? I was just talking about Egyptians and black history and stuff from an alternative perspective. But when they locked the world down, yeah, I felt like I had an obligation, yeah, as a black man, because they think we're dumb. Yeah, everywhere I turn up, they say, oh, if I go for a radio interview, say, oh, can I just say, when I heard it was a book about Egypt, I was expecting a middle-aged white man. I'm so sorry. And this is a black woman telling me this. And I'm telling her, nah, it's cool. I understand. That's how they make out like I'm supposed to have my pants sagging. I'm supposed to talk with a slur and just be dumb. Intelligence comes from us. Yeah, when we go back to the several liberal arts, where it came from. The Greeks will tell you where that shit came from. Yeah, so I feel like I had an obligation as a black man to say something about this stuff that was going on in the earth, because I felt like no one else, no other black man that I know is going to say anything. They're just going to, no disrespect to no one, they're just going to watch the news and listen to the news and listen to social media. No one writes shit, yeah? So that's why, especially when people argue with me, I'm not going to go on like I'm better than people, because I'm not. But when people, like religious people, try and argue with me, I'm like, well, why don't you write a book? Why don't religious people write books? Because you're so invested in that one book, that Bible, you don't even have what it takes to write a book. So you want to get at other people, you feel threatened because I've actually put the work in to be able to write fucking books and back them up and shit. Like, we're in a real backwards world. And so now, this is why Tartaria is scary to them. Because when you start looking at Tartaria, you start seeing how much of a downward spiral we've been on for the last 200 years, since the 1800s. We've just been going further and further and further and further away from who we really are, and wondering why we're having all these problems in our realm, from climate change to people getting sick to fucking, yo, you understand what I'm saying? Aliens popping up and stuff. It's like if you leave your room messy and you leave crumbs everywhere, you're going to soon enough have visitors, rats, cockroaches and shit. That's what happens in the world. If humans are just going to be nasty and racism and hate and greed, that's like you dropping crumbs all over your fucking house and expecting like rodents ain't going to come and cockroaches ain't going to turn up and just, yo. And this is what we've done to the planet Earth. It's all written down. These 7 last signs and the 7 thunders, I've got it on the cover of Coronation. It says the truth about the 7 last plagues in the book of Revelation, called the 7 strains of coronavirus and all that is currently occurring. So that was the first one before they even put the snake bite out, telling us, oh, as soon as we roll this thing out, yeah, it's back to norm. That shit never happened. They was telling you, yo, turn up next week and take the 2nd dose. And then turn up and take the 3rd dose. Take the 4th dose. Wear 2 masks. All right, that's where mad. You understand? And yet people still is not taking no action. We're still not forming together. Every movie we've seen in Hollywood, because Hollywood is the real. That means REEL. That means they're showing you what's really real. That's really the news. Hollywood. Yeah? In a Hollywoodized way. Obviously, it's not all true. They put it in a Hollywood form. But the themes in all of them Hollywood movies is the real themes. Art imitates life. It's fucking real. If they and the real works like this. Humans, we're all gods, yeah? So we create things consciously and unconsciously. So if we focus on something, they call it paying attention. You're paying for an experience. So now if we all go to the movies and watch Star Wars, we're paying. They're getting us to pay for that reality, and they're having us make reality. We're making it, all of us. You understand? Because we go and watch these Star Wars and these fucking, all these alien movies and virus movies, plague movies and shit, man. End of the world movies. We're watching that shit. Why do you think it's called the real? They telling you, yo, this shit's based on the real. But it's not real. Just like the virus, that was all real. REEL. It was all on the TV and we created it. Yo, everyone's dying. Ah! And we just make, yo, that psychosis we consciously create, and collectively as a humanity, they tell you, they're like, yo, 5 billion people watch Star Wars. Every year they celebrate this shit. They got Star Wars religion. We wondering, yo, we creating this shit. Yeah? All of that I was putting in this book, where Facebook and Instagram and them was like, yo, fucking bury my man. direct them to Russell Brand. Yeah, because they didn't want people to hear this. I told them about the AstraZeneca. I told them about the Pfizer, GlaxoSmithKline. That's the parent company. We bust down the whole fucking thing in Belgium. Told you how many shits they manufacture a day. What the fuck is in the thing? They banned this, man. It was like, no, you can't be telling people. We want people to watch CNN and BBC. There's no space for someone like you. They shut me down so bad. My business, book business, because I run my own publishing company, was hanging by a thread. If I didn't have my little scribe tribe around me that was like, yo, I'm sending you this, I'm sending you that, just propping me up, that shit would have just crumbled. But we survived, man. And we built it back even more resilient than before. You understand? So if what I'm saying was so crap, why would they waste so much time trying to censor someone like me? My platform's small. You got people out here with like 50,000 followers, 20,000 followers. How come they can just do it? It's because of what? No disrespect to them, but they're not saying what the fuck we're saying. We've been telling people for years. I got friends, man. I'm not talking about just black people that tell me, yo, son, you used to tell me this shit 10 years ago. I swear to God. Yeah? When the coffee shop owner, Shabir, I swear, yo, as the most I look down, he's like, this is about a couple of days ago, maybe a week ago. He told me, yo, you used to tell me this shit. He even told me, I remember you told me, yo, we're going to have a black president. You was the first guy to tell me we're really going to have it. And then Obama came next. I don't even remember that. I don't have no memory of that. But these are the shits that he tells me. And I'm not here to blow my own trumpet. I'm here to tell you I am who the fuck I am. I am Djedefre Memnon. Nigga, I write books. I've wrote books in every lifetime. This is my 9th lifetime. So I came here already knowing how to write and make my own fucking books and decipher the past. You understand? Because I'm not locked in English. So I can decipher the past for myself. Yeah? And in college, I had teachers that realized that. Shout out to Simon Crane, where he's like, yo, you need to be a journalist. And I was like, man, fuck journalism. Them journalisms is Masons. The next day, he was my journalism teacher. The next day in college, the next day, I swear down, he bought an Illuminati book. He said, you ever heard of the Illuminati? Imagine this is at college. I thought this guy's trying to set me up or something. But nah, man, he was like, while I was in my access course, I went uni to do film, TV and philosophy in 2012, Nottingham Trent University. I had to do an access course in Leicester College, St. Margaret's campus, and Simon Crane was my journalist teacher. And he was like, yo, you need to take this shit up for real. I've never seen a student like you. And he actually, what was it, Open Day, he actually brought his son, and he told his son, yo, this is the best student I ever had. Yeah, so like, I know what I'm talking about, and I talk about what I know, and I leave the rest. And it's all happening now, man. Which book is what? This is Coronation. This is about the vaccine. This is about alternative history, Treasures in the Sun. This is a revamp of it. Which I made even more bigger, and this is part 2 of the fucking pestilence stuff, coronavirus shit. I go into the Bible, the Quran, the Torah, New World Order, aliens. We got pictures in there of the reptilians, greys. We told niggas. People didn't want to listen, man. The world's a stubborn place. Most people go on their social media and they scroll for a bit. They don't really go and, let me go and seek out some shit that's worthy of my attention and take notes from that shit that can help me in my own research. A lot of people don't really do that no more. I don't know if you guys do it. I do it all the time. Yeah? I read all the time. I'm always surrounded by books. I can pull books off my shelf. Like, yo, like nobody's business. Yeah? Look, Imhotep, the African architect of the cosmos. And this is written by Robert Bauval and Thomas Brophy. Serious book. The African Origin of Civilization, David I Am Free, I Am Me. I could go on and on and on. The Philosophy of Marcus Garvey, the Secret Teachings of Hotep. Yo, I could go on and on. Yeah, even to people like Paulo Coelho. Books is my thing, man. Books is my thing. So I already knew when I was about 20 years old that I was going to write books. Yeah. Yeah, if you go online, you can get Treasures in the Sun online on Amazon UK. The other books, you have to buy them directly because they're too controversial to put online. When I put them online, I get in trouble and shit, man. So if you go on my Instagram, TZT Book Mafia, yeah, and you send me your postal address, we sign and send books straight to people's address. That's how we do it, Scribe Tribe. I had a website on the making, but the geezer who was making it, his dad died, and the fucking thing never got finished, and we spent a lot of money in that, so I haven't managed to rectify that yet and start another website project. So if you really want the books, in the meantime, if you come on my Instagram, TZT Book Mafia, you'll see I got a little family there, a tribe, where they will vouch for me and say, yo, most of them have got the fucking books. Yeah, even the UFC fighter, Jared Cannonier, Killer Gorilla, yeah, that's my G. He bought 3 of my books. At that point, I only had 3 books. He just hit me up. I want all 3 of those books. And me and him speak like this. I've even got an interview with him, Jared Cannonier, UFC, on my fucking Instagram page. He's even in my fucking Telegram group, even though we don't say much because he's always training. Me and him is like this. He's got videos where he's speaking about my book. When I interviewed him, he was at that place where they stay before they fight, you know, that UFC center. He's like, yo, I got the book right here. Do you know how good I felt? He's like, yo, I don't go anywhere without this fucking book, which is Treasures in the Sand. He don't go nowhere without this bitch. You understand what I'm saying? And that's Jared Cannonier. Come on, he was fighting Izzy and shit. And even though he lost to Izzy, there's no shame in losing to Izzy. He out there chasing his dreams and doing big things. He don't have to be fucking hitting me up on Instagram. You understand? I didn't even know who he was. He never told me he's a UFC fighter or nothing. I just thought one day, you know what? I always see this guy watching my lives, this Killer Gorilla. And I used to think it was Killer Gorilla Rama because he's got MMA at the end. I thought it was Killer Gorilla Rama. So I used to call him, yo, Killer Gorilla Rama, what's going on? And he used to always laugh. He's like, yo, it's Killer Gorilla, it's MMA. I was like, oh, mixed martial art, yo, let me go and look at your page. I went on his page, yo, this nigga's a big star. What the fuck? He never even said that. He's humble as anyone, just came normal. He said, I'm in a bad state, man. I think he just broke his arm and lost that fight to Whitaker. And he said, somebody told me to come to your page. Yeah, and I'll find the light that I need. I need to ask him who it was who directed him to my page. Because like I said, I'm shadow banned. Niggas can't even find me. And this UFC star, he's managed to find the light. Yeah, and come. I need to send him them other books. Yeah, so this is what we do, man. The pen is mightier than the sword. Most people don't write no more. Most people just type on their phone. When's the last time you had a pen and you actually wrote something on a piece of paper, like some notes and some shit? I'm telling you, it's a gift. Don't lose sight of that gift, because they want the phones to be smart and us not in humanity to be dumb. Yeah, and my people can vouch for me. I've had my phone months since I've turned it back on. I've hardly spoke to anyone. Yeah, I just locked my phone off because, like I say, I write books. And these 2 books that I'm finishing now, one's already printing at the printers. This one here, I got like 60 pages left. It's 800 pages. I've been writing it for 8 years. This book is the business. Yeah, it's called Today is Tomorrow's Yesterday, The Persistence of Existence. And it's about ontology, philosophy, and quantum mechanics. And we're going to look at the Anunnaki from them, because people, no disrespect, but we're putting public education made us dumb. So most people don't speak about quantum physics or metaphysics or ontology. If you tell people ontology, most people don't even know what the fuck that word is. What's that? Yeah, the nature of reality, nigga. Ontology. What is the true nature of reality? Because we're in an undefined universe. Like I'm saying, most people are. We're on a globe and there's water stuck to it. And it goes around the sun at 66,000 miles an hour. And it spins on its axis at some 80 whatever thousand miles an hour. And the sun's tearing through. So how the fuck are we seeing the same stars all the time? Like, nobody don't address none of this shit. What's metaphysics? What's quantum physics? What's the laws of physics? What is the Emerald Tablets and the Kybalion? And the technology of the consciousness that the ancestors used to talk about. So this book, as you can see, that's why it took 8 years for me to put all of this shit in context. I wrote it, and over the years, I never put it out. I just kept tweaking it and changing this because I'm growing. So my understanding of all of them stuff, we had a 4 lives on our YouTube called The Illusion of Reality, talking about how we're in this computer generated simulation. And I swear to you, I've been speaking about this since 2006. We're in 2023, and only now people are coming to it. Even the Neil Tyson deGrasse and these scientists, one of my cousins was like, yo, you're about 54 years ahead. Shout out to Robert Samuel. He was like, yo, you're about 54 years ahead. I've clocked it. Yeah, and people are only just coming to these concepts now. I wrote this book, the one I'm talking about now, that took 8 years. I started it in 2016, and we're talking about, I've got a whole essay on quantum computers and what's going to happen when quantum computers hit, and how China will be the first to have a quantum computer, and now they've got quantum network and they launching up their own fake suns. You understand what I'm saying? So in this book here, this new book, Today is Tomorrow is Yesterday, and this is book 6 of the series. I plan to write 9 books in this series. It's called In the Light of the Sun series. Yeah, because in the darkness, in the end, which is now, it will be brought into the light of the sun for scrutiny by us. Nothing will be able to hide. So I chose to call my series the In the Light of the Sun series, and every book is its own book. Like I said, this is alternative history. You've got a whole, let me crack it for you, alternative timeline in here, pictures of all the major pharaohs and shit, a whole alternative timeline. Yeah, let me find it for you. That goes back 17,250,000 years. History's only 6,000 years. That's it. Anything before 4000 BC, that's prehistory. Yeah? So we as a people, black people, we've been functional for 17,250,000 years, nigga. Fuck his story. That's not my story. So we chose the lion, fuck the hunter. Until the lion speaks, the hunter's always going to tell the story. I'm tired of the fucking hunter's story. You understand? So I wrote the story from our own perspective, off of the research that I did for my own fucking self. You understand? That was the first book. And the first edition of it was smaller. And the font was too small. There's no pictures. And my mum and them was like, yo, I can't read this. The font's too small. So this kind of taught me I had to revamp it. You understand? So I wouldn't advise no one to buy this on Amazon. This is the one that's on Amazon. But after, when it turned me into an author and I had to revise it, and because all of that shit was going on with the lockdown, I changed the cover. I was like, yo, this dark winter that Joe Biden and them are talking about, let me just do a cover to commemorate it. So I made the colors negative, which, to be honest with you, I don't really like it. But fuck it. We just marked it. It's called a Dark Winter Edition. And it's got 50 full color pictures, like I told you, 488 pages, man. And then we went on to the, obviously it's Corona, George Floyd and all that shit. So this is like a journal from the 20th of March, 2020, when this shit first started. Yeah. And it's like every day I was journaling, bastard, this shit's happening. And then that whole George Floyd shit kicked off on the 25th of May and the world went mad. So I put that into the, featured that into the thing. And it's just a mad book. And then at the end, after they brought out this vax now, and the election stuff happened with Trump and Biden and all of that, I'm like, oh, hell no, I got to write another part to this thing. I can't just leave it at that now. Because shit happened that I didn't foresee. I've never seen everything. Like when them hydras came out in the vaxes and shit, man, them little alien fucking things. Oh my God. Do you remember Dr. Stella Emanuel? The black lady who was Trump's doctor when Trump caught the virus. And they tried to say, oh, she's speaking to spooks and spirits, this African woman. She's in the church and she's like one of these voodoo witch doctor women. And remember when she came with the white coats on the White House steps? There's like 30 doctors and they were speaking out. Do you remember that shit? And she was talking about there's alien genetics in them snake bites. Let's call it the Wuhan 400. There's alien thing in there. And Trump was like, yeah, just standing there like, because she was like, yo, I'll fix you up, Trump. I've already healed 400 people with the hydroxychloroquine and that. Do you remember all that? I got a photographic memory. I write books. So I remember the whole shit. Like I can just draw out files. You understand? And then the Judy Mikowicz and shit, when she came out and said, yo, they made this shit in North Carolina in military labs. And then when Obama came in, it got hot. So they funded that shit in Wuhan. Let me stop. Because when I go down this road now, you understand, they fucking shut my thing down. They would just censor it. Yo, get him off. Put a flag on him. So I don't really want to talk about none of that shit there. If you want that shit there, you're going to have to find me and buy yourself one of these cookbooks or both of them. Because there ain't no books like this in the world. When I say that, I mean it. You can't go to a Waterstones bookshop in town and get none of this type of shit. All of that shit that they gave us officially, that's part of the problem. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's part of the conditioning. I don't care whether it's Islam, science, history, race and genetics. You understand? Spirituality, it's all half-truths and whole lies at best. You understand? So you got to find the real sources now, like the Matrix. They had to go to Morpheus. They had to find that shit. You understand? Or Morpheus find you. Yeah. So we've been doing this since 2018, man. And then the world just went into a madness. And in 2018, I had just came out of jail off a manslaughter. Somebody got me the wrong way and I whacked him. One punch, the nigga died. It's a wrap. I went jail. They gave me 4 years. The judge was like, yo, he was provoked. The guy's harassing all my workmates. Yeah. I'm the manager. All my workmates is getting harassed. Yeah. All my fucking employees is getting harassed and my workmates. Yeah. We've warned the geezer. He's took it wrong way. He's come on some racist shit. Bang. I hit him. The nigga fell. Banged his head dead. Yeah. I thought I was gone. Bastard, I'm gone. This is how I became an author. I thought, yo, I'm going mad. What can I do? My higher self was like, yo, buy a notepad, sit in that fucking chair and write these books we wanted you to write for so long. And if you do that, we'll figure this shit out for you. And listen, they told me you're going to do 4 years anyway, because we need you to have this time to just get yourself together and walk this path here. And you'll do 4 years. That means you'll do 2 years inside and you'll be out. And I was going mad in that cell. So I wrote Treasures in the fucking Sun. Treasures in the Sun. I sat there and it took me a year. And then I went court. I was on remand for a year. Then I went to court and the judge said 4 years. I couldn't believe it. Bastard, this is what was said to me. So then I went and wrote this next one. This Today is Tomorrow is Yesterday, this metaphysical book. But I never put it out because the corona came. And when I put this out, like I said, I had problems with the font and that. So I had to revise it. And that took till the end of 2019. So as soon as I was finished doing that, when I would have put out this metaphysical book, corona happened. And so I had to write these 2 books. And obviously, I'm sorry, there's 2 other books. It's not one. I've got another book as well called The Golden Child, which is about how the Israelite Hebrews was black. And they weren't no different to the Egyptians. That's all politics that make us feel like a real black Egyptian is different than a black Israelite. It's the same fucking thing. Do you understand what I'm saying? And they hid that from us and tell us about some fucking Russian Ashkenazis. And they from the tribe of Japheth. They ain't even from Shem or Ham. You understand? You can read that in Genesis 9:25. Cursed be Canaan. Cursed is leprosy. Simple. That's in the Bible. It's in the Aramaic Hebrew. It's the curse. Go in Leviticus 13. They tell you, yo, does the hair come out of the skin and the hair? Yo, it's a wrap. So I wrote about that because a lot of the Hebrew Israelites, they be talking some shit too. So this is what we do, man. So make note of my name. I ain't going to tarry too much longer, but make note of my name because I'm going to come on the live with my bullet points and build up another library at Alexandria. And like I said, I don't want to speak about the snake juice. I've wrote 2 books about that. So if you really want to go down that route, buy the fucking books and hit me up in private message or something and I'll fucking banter with you about anything. But on public, I don't really want to go down that narrative. We've already exposed it. We did it before anyone else. We've got 2 books about it. Find me someone else who's wrote 2 whole books about the shit. One of them even before the vax came out. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't really want to talk about that, but we can talk about the UFOs, disclosure, Anunnakis, reptilians, Greys, the New World Order, yeah, the WEF and Santa Claus. That's what I call him. Fucking Santa Claus, Claus Squab, yeah. Prince Charles and the real history of the royal family, the real black nobility, the real history of the Moors and how they tie into Tartaria, the Great War of Tartaria, Atlantis, Lemuria. We can speak about fucking the real Sumeria and the Indus Valley and the Xia and Shang China, the 2 black dynasties that started China before the Tao dynasty. Yeah, Xi and Shang. Yeah, going to the Yucatan, talk about the Olmeca. Yeah. We can speak about all that shit. Peru, yeah, we can go to Turkey, speak about Cappadocia and Mohenjo-Daro, all of that shit there. We can talk about the flat earth and the Nosconfundan map. Yeah, we can talk about the simulation and quantum physics and all of that type of shit. The emerald tablets, the Kybalion and all of that. Yeah, so I hope you guys are here for that shit and you're going to support the page because it's us against the system, man. Rage against the fucking machine. Yeah, and all of us play a part in this revolution. We're one organism, yeah? We are the Earth's natural immune system. We have red and white blood cells, yeah? We the ones that are gonna fend this shit here. Nature, we are fucking nature. Do you understand what I'm saying? So don't let them convince you that I'm some type of madman that don't know what I'm talking about, because I know a lot of that's going on online. I'm definitely not. Test me and I'll show you that, yo, what I speak about, I know, and I know what I speak about, and that's enough. Yeah. So salute to everyone that joined in. Yeah. I'm gonna end this shit once I find out how to end it. I've never even done this stuff before. Yeah. But yeah. The weekend, I'll definitely come back and speak about something or the other. Yeah. But that's how we're going to do this shit. How do you turn this shit off anyway? I don't even know how you turn this shit off. But yes, TikTok. Seems like this, it would be good. I think secret societies are already, they've been running the world from the start, secret societies. Put it this way. TikTok is a secret society. Who owns TikTok? Who works there? Yeah? What's TikTok's code, like code of operation? We don't know nothing about TikTok. We don't know nothing about Facebook. Facebook's a secret society. Instagram's a secret society. Google's a secret societies run the whole fucking world. Yeah? Hollywood's a secret society. You're not allowed to say what goes on in Hollywood or none of that type of shit. So I had a live going into this stuff talking about secret societies. So it might even also be on my Instagram. We got a lot of lives on our Instagram too at TZT Book Mafia, going back over the years on all kind of topics, even the ones I've mentioned here. Some of them we spoke about more than once. So you'll find Tartaria lives and all of that kind of stuff on my Instagram. I'm just saying YouTube was our bigger platform for it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. This is some crazy shit. How come it don't just have a stop button? Oh, here we go. Guys, I got there eventually, yeah? Peace.